So, Joe, a trainer that is in form, and if you start looking at the stats for informed trainers, does this influence you choosing a tip of a horse in a race?
Definitely, for me, a trainer in form is more important than the jockey. I think if you can catch a trainer on the crest of a wave, I think they're definitely worth following. The other thing I like is specific trainers at certain tracks. Also known stuff like Paul Nicholls vaccinates his horses in January is key because obviously he's out of form as a result of that. So it all links in. It's definitely a factor that you have to consider.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, sometimes some yards just can't get any winners. They can have like 4 or 5 favourites on the bounce, and they're all getting beat. So
Mm.
it's definitely something that we always look for to make certain that we're trying to find value in the betting market. If they're not in form, and they end up because the horse previous form that they've had might have been good 3 4 months ago. But if the trainer's not in form now, it's a factor for us laying certain horses. And then obviously backing the ones that are in form. You can get like a bad batch of hay and all sorts of reasons why some of them could be out of form. Some of them
Yeah,
could be having the vaccinations and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's many
yeah,
factors for it, but I always look myself for informed trainers for sure.
yeah. I've got a question for you. So if you've got a horse in your tracker and then you're sort of waiting for it to run, and then it comes to the day it's going to run, and then that trainer's not had a winner for 15 days or something, would that put you off backing that horse?
It would definitely put me off, but then I'd start looking at the betting market. Like, do I
Yeah,
feel he's going to out? I always look at the odds and say, is this horse going to outrun the odds? If he was 7-4 favourite, and I'm thinking, I had him down as a 7-2 shot, then no, I'm not going to back it. But if he's 16-1, even though the trainer is out of form, I feel like he could outrun a 16-1 price, then
yeah,
yes. However, if he was like 4-5-1, and I was thinking he might have been 7-2 with the trainer being in form, I might be a little bit less like I'm not certain. So there's lots of different factors. You could look at the ground, what jockey placement they put on there and stuff like that. So there's lots of different factors, but it's for me it all comes down to is the value in the odds of where it's at. If it's a 10-1, 16-1 shot, okay, I'll do it. If it's a 3-4-1 shot, and I think it should be around that price, it might put me off because
yeah.
the trainer's not really in form.
That's it.
So is
You
that
can let
something that you do?
it run at that price, and then you see how it
Yeah.
gets on.
And then
Yeah,
I normally let it run and it wins, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? So,
yeah,
but that's part of horse racing betting for you.
yeah, exactly.
Right.